I knew that we had a great team that worked on Tim and Sid. I've watched the show aplenty, but I thought that shot was great because I thought all we were going to get was, hard work!
Hard work!
I forgot Mayweather actually said more than that.
This is hard work!
Tell you, working with you certainly hasn't been. This has been an absolute treat, and it's going to get better. Let's bring a third voice to the conversation. We're now joined on the phone by Steve Bunce, who is the author of Bunce's Big Fat Short History of British Boxing. Steve, thanks so much for joining us on the line. We appreciate it. We know that you just spoke with Conor McGregor. Was he as animated when he spoke to you as he was on stage today?
Probably even more so. It was about an hour after some of that stuff that you played there, and I don't think he calmed down. I think he'd hyped it up a bit. In fact, as he was talking to me, he drank 2 espresso shots of coffee delivered to him by one of his lackeys.
I thought the crowd might be a little more pro Floyd Mayweather, and obviously, no chance. No chance.
No chance. 5,500 people flew over from Dublin, dozens and dozens of different flights flying to different parts of the country. I've had to walk about 100 meters away here, and I'm hiding because all around me there were people still having improvised street parties. They will party long into the night to celebrate what? A heavily choreographed, very entertaining press conference. Imagine, no, that's the truth. These guys will be here till 4 in the morning. They'll forget they haven't watched a fight. They'll forget what they've watched is 2 millionaires swearing at each other. What's going to happen at the T-Mobile in Las Vegas on the 26th? I'm a boxing purist, but any boxing purist or boxing fan who gets upset at this fight is missing the joke. It's a great, fantastic piece of theatre, and you have to embrace it, every single bit of it. And this may have been your last question, and I hope it wasn't. Here's the thing. Mayweather cannot lose. It is, I assure you, virtually impossible.
Steve, you talk, and I think most of us agree with you that Floyd Mayweather cannot lose this.
But Mayweather will be happy enough either with a first-round knockout or a 12-round stoppage. And nothing that happened today that I saw from about 7 feet away from the two of them, I could smell McGregor's cologne from where I was sitting. I was that close. And I can assure you, nothing today has changed my opinion. Floyd will not lose his cool and fight like a fool, and Conor McGregor will not just go crazy like an unschooled man. He'll keep his cool. He'll try and box calmly. But Mayweather is a supreme defensive fighter. That means he doesn't get hit. And for a man like McGregor, who's going to struggle to hit him anyway, if Mayweather doesn't want to get hit, he will not get hit. What I mean is he could go 12 rounds and not get hit. You do understand that. That is a possibility here, an absolute possibility.
Imagine the bookies' odds on that. That would definitely be something.
And what happened here in front of 12,500 people, it went out to the nation as part of the 10 o'clock news. So after the latest update from Iraq or Afghanistan and the latest incident at the palace with one of the Queen's corgis, the next item on the news was Conor McGregor and Floyd Mayweather. And that's not me hyping it, that's me telling you the truth.
Steve, it was a real pleasure. Just speaking with Steve Bunce, the author of Bunce's Big Fat Short History of British Boxing. I have no doubt that Jeff Blair is going to give you quite a few phone calls to get you on his radio show. Because
Absolutely,
it was a real pleasure,
Big Daddy.
Steve.
Pleasure talking to you, my man.
Thanks so much for that, Steve.
Thank you guys for having me and being patient whilst it was chaotic here. And to all your listeners, fantastic. I'll speak to you soon. Thank you.
Take care.
Steve Bunce, looking forward to checking out that book, but that was a real gem to speak to.
He's something else, man. I listened to a lot of his work on Talk Sport and some of the other stations. He's a gem.
Yeah.
What you hear there, that's him 24/7.
And a purist that's excited about this. So for those of you that say there aren't any purists out there excited, well, we found one. We got him on the show.